Really excited to announce our signing class for the class of 2026, and excited about the type of playmakers that we brought on to our program, and excited. I mean, a lot of them we knew about already, and so we are really fired up about the talent that's coming in and the fit that they are to our program. There's a good number of them that are going to be going on missions first, and then there's also a good number that are enrolling early and starting school next month. So um, I feel like we've got a lot of our needs taken care of here, and to provide depth on our team, but also some guys that can definitely compete for playing time right away. And so I think overall, I love the class. Really proud of our coaches. Just want to thank them. It's a lot of hard work from our coaches, I know that, but also our recruiting department. They've done an amazing job, and I don't think they get enough credit for what they do. And everyone that's just been involved with BYU, helping everyone else out through this recruiting process, and it's been amazing seeing all these. We've recruited a lot of these guys since they're younger, and now seeing them in the last year, seems like time just flew by, and now they're here, and many of them are going to start school next month, and so looking forward to it. But really want to answer any questions that you guys have for us. But the other coaches will be able to answer a lot of the details. But I'm just really proud of the fact that we got a lot of guys from the state of Utah, our backyard, and then looking at the places that we were able to hit, different parts of the country. We were able to scour the earth and find the best players, and I'm really proud of the class that we have today. What questions do you guys have for me?
First up, we'll have Dana Green.
Hey, Kalani, Dana Green with ABC4. The probably the biggest name on this list, Ryder Lyons. A lot has been made about him. Um, how does he fit in? With you have a freshman quarterback now. I know he's going to go on a mission, I believe, for a year. So how does he fit in your long-term plans, and just what kind of talent is he?
Well, I'm only allowed to discuss the players that are officially signed. So, once we get to that, and once that's been public, and then I'll be able to comment on it. But until then, I can only comment on the players that are here. But if we're speaking in general, we feel good about our quarterback position. Feel good about the talent that's coming in there.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought he had already signed, so sorry about that.
Trying to get me in trouble, Dana.
Next question from Mitch Harper.
Kalani, I'm curious. I wanted to ask you. There were reports last summer that Texas Tech was getting a roster of the team that you're going to face this Saturday of more than $28 million. I'm curious going forward with recruiting. Is that kind of like a number that it's going to take to build a national contender going forward?
Well, I don't know what the actual numbers. I don't work for Texas Tech, even though I'm friends with Joey McGuire. I know that there's a lot of speculation on what how they got their roster together, but I'm gonna first say that Joey is a great builder of culture, and you can see that the culture works in their program, and you can see that it's been able to embrace all those that are current that have been there for a while and developed in the program, and the newcomers that have been in that program. So, in regards to NIL and rev share and all that stuff, we keep our things private here. Our goal is to be in the market, but also make sure they're a right fit. Don't want guys just coming just for money, So if they've got to come for the experience, and obviously there's a lot of money available. But if their number one thing is money, then this is the wrong place. If the conversation starts off with money, this is definitely the wrong place. And so we're going to be focused on the fit and the program and the mission of our school, and that other part would just be more of a secondary conversation, maybe even the third conversation.
Thanks. And then I just wanted to ask you about a specific player that signed, Bot Mulitalo. He converted over from defensive line to offensive tackle during his prep career. What do you like about his potential as maybe an offensive lineman in your program going forward?
Well, he fits in the line of guys like Kingsley and Panay, that same body type, guys that can play D line, obviously in college and the NFL. And the difference is, I think he's still kind of new to O line, but he's really good at it, and he could play. He could play either one. I mean, he can play whatever position he wants, and he's athletic enough to even play tight end. So, he's gifted. We feel like an O line position would be good for him there, and we think he can play early. We think he can compete for a starting spot right away. We happen to have some openings, but we also have some great rotation. The key is the best play, and the good thing is that he's going to start school in January and have a great off season going into the fall of 26.
Next question from Jake Hatch.
Yeah, Kalani, just based on how things went yesterday with new contract, there's reports you're going to have an increased amount of NIL. Are you planning on, I guess, strategizing, keeping recruiting centralized? Or are you going to want to go more national as you guys get more and more prominent in terms of your recruiting prowess?
We've always been national in recruiting. I mean, that just because we want the players to feel valued doesn't mean that we're going to change the way we do things. Our recruiting will be the same way. What we're gonna the fact that we're in the Big 12 and that we have more resources now is going to allow us to get into more homes and allow us to get to communicate to more people about what BYU is all about. It's the mission of our school, which is aligned with the mission of our team, and aligned with our church. The goal is to get the right fit, and the right fit could be in Australia. I don't know. I've asked years ago for everybody to help me recruit, so I still need that. We are going to recruit globally, but also focus on the guys here close to home, and then we there's nothing wrong. I mean, we've gone all the way out to Arkansas to get Braxton Lindsay, Colorado, and Texas. So we've been a lot of different places, but I don't think we need to really change our protocol. We want to have young men that fit the team and fit the university. And then we'll see that the money, increased resources doesn't change the way we do things. We have to still be, we want to be updated, but we want to have old school principles and old school values still.
And just to piggyback off that real quick, are you planning on adding more recruiting staff at some point down the line with the added resources?
Recruiting staff, you said?
Yeah, staffers, like people
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, within reason. I just because you have, I want to make sure that there's a purpose for it all. Just because another school might have more doesn't mean that we get exactly what they do. We want to make sure that there's a purpose for them to be here, and that there's a actual job for them to do. So, but there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to improve and increase, but it's all got to be within reason, and it can't just be. We're not going to be splurging and spending. We're going to be really responsible with the finances.
Next question from Jay Drew.
Kalani, this is your 11th class that you'll sign this month and in February. Where does it rank among the 11 classes you've big picture wise? Where does this signing class rank?
I don't know. I think a lot of people have different rankings, and kind of put the rankings up there. But it's interesting. We get guys that committed since June that had a certain amount of stars, and they lose stars all of a sudden because they're committed to us. And so it depends, when you're looking at the brand and who people sign with. All of a sudden, the people that make the star system, I don't think you can bank on that. So for us, it's like. What class was Chase Roberts and Tanner Wall and all them? When you look at it and what we've done, we went 11-1 with this signing class that are seniors now. Some of them went on missions. So when you look at that, I look at potential. I'm looking at the potential here with this signing class, and the sky's the limit for this class. We can do some really great things with it, but I felt the same way about all the classes that we've had and the teams that are the guys are on our team currently. I feel the same about them. I feel like we've got a great thing going. We just need to keep adding to the system, and these guys fit exactly what we're looking for on and off the field, and we're looking forward to seeing what they can accomplish. But overall, we have our own measurement of how we're going to judge our players, and we think that's going to work. They got to fit the culture first, because the culture will help us win games.
Next question from Dana Green.
All right, I got one that won't get you in trouble. Can you talk about some of the logo? Probably should have got on Twitter before I got on the Zoom call to see. Can you talk about some of the local guys who have signed and what they're going to bring?
Yeah, I mean, they're all the guys from the state of Utah have been amazing. When you got Kawe Akana, he's going to play safety for us. He does a great job. Adam Bywater, he's Ben's little brother and little big brother, so he's linebacker out of Olympus. Those guys can play, and there'll be a defensive side along with, Juni Moala from Orem. He's disruptive and has tons of stats, and he's a force, and so he's nice out of the group, and When you look at the offensive guys, you add into the Devon Aka from Lehigh, the running back, Legend Glasgow, his teammate, and those guys are family to Isaiah Glasgow. So there's a gene there that allows them to be super fast. And then you got a big time playmaker, Brock Harris, that's down there in St. George area out of Pineview High School, and then combine that with Graham Livingston. He's a big playmaker, receiver out of Ridgeline. So you look at these type of playmakers, they all make a difference. And we have other guys that are still like we're looking in this entire class. We're hopefully looking to add some more, maybe a couple more, a few more in this class, and then looking to add a few more in February when that happens, and that in the with a combination of some people that we'll get in the transfer portal when that does open. We'll take a look at that and see what we have there that will fit our program.
As national as this program has gone, can you just discuss the importance of staying local? You've always wanted to recruit local. How key is it to keep these guys home?
Yeah, it's great football in the state of Utah, and so we want to recruit here first, and that it's we want to take care of our backyard first, and that's going to be the key. And a good number of our roster comes from the state of Utah, but we also want to make sure that we look at other places that place people that can fit what we're doing here. It's a good mix. I think half our class is out of the state. That's a good number when you're looking at our every year our signing classes have been around that, and so I think it's a good mix right there. And then they got to play football first. They have to be able to do it. They have to have the talent. I don't really care where they come from. It's just a lot easier when you don't have to jump on a plane to go recruit them.
Last question will be from Brandon Gurney.
Yeah, Kalani, to the standouts are both tight ends, two of your four-star prospects, and Brock Harris and Ty. I'm just going to call him Ty from Colorado. I'm going to butcher his last name, but and then you got Reiner Swanson on his mission. Kind of speak about the tight end futures and just those two specifically, what they add to that position.
Yeah, I mean it's awesome when you're looking at the tight end position and you have Parker Ord out of Frisco, Texas, and so I mean those guys can all play. The hard thing is that they're going on missions, so we've got to wait for them. But there's always a good amount of people that go in and out from returning from the missions and guys that we can get in the transfer portal. But it's helpful that when you have big time ball players that are out on missions and willing to serve a mission. That's going to be key for us. I think they'll be great teammates and great leaders for us. And for me, it's like hurry up, hurry and wait, for that situation. But that the mission program is something we're always going to support. I served a mission, so I get it, and I think it's going to be really helpful when we get these guys back serving wherever they're called to serve the missions and doing some wonderful things. It's gonna make them even better as leaders.